Hello, Libra. Welcome to your weekly reading for April 17th to the 23rd. This is for Libra Sun and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific with your reading. Libra, I do this because I love you and I want you to feel like it's a personal reading as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, Libra, I use astrology because it's been used for thousands of years. It's had major influence on divination, including tarot. Every tarot card is assigned an astrological element, a ruling planet, a sign. We get really deep when the two are combined. Now, Libra, this week, wow, this is it. We're here, okay? Eclipse week. All right. Now, this is very significant for you. Libra, out of all the signs, if you've seen my other readings, there's a lot of activity happening with partnerships, okay? Whether romance or career, all right? And what's confirming this is the fact that we just got out of a new moon in Aries, okay? We just had the Jupiter-Sun conjunction in Aries, okay? That big Kazemi. And then now we have a new moon solar eclipse in Aries. All of this activity in Aries happens to be your 7th house of partnerships, okay? This is really, really big, all right? You could be, a lot of y'all could be getting married. A lot of y'all could be taking your relationship to the next level. You could be getting, even partnerships with work. Hey, maybe getting a new job, maybe signing contracts at this point. Listen, this is a big time. The eclipse, I want you to know something here. This eclipse, it's huge. And I'm sure if you're into astrology, you know that like every astrologer has given their opinion about this eclipse. Now, here's the thing about this eclipse. It's at 29 degrees and it's considered like critical degree. Basically, it's like tipping into Taurus, all right? Now, we have a lot of activity in Taurus, okay? Mercury's in Taurus. After the eclipse, what is that? On the 20th, okay? The sun goes in Taurus, so we're going into Taurus season, and then Jupiter goes into Taurus next month, all right? This is really big because what does that mean for you, Libra? That is your 8th house of death and rebirth, of transformation. All right. That's a lot of activity. You're going through a transformational period very soon. Okay. If you're not feeling it already. But again, there may be a lot of attention with partnerships. Okay. Now, if work or career doesn't relate to you, or if you're not here for that, think friendships too, like your BFFs and, your soul sisters or your bros. But this is a big week because also Mercury's going retrograde. All right. Mercury is going retrograde at the end of the week. The date for that is April 21st. Now, Libra, Mercury's going retrograde. We all know what happens, right? It's not a good time to sign contracts, all right? If you can delay, if you get a new job, if you have to sign a contract, maybe wait a little bit, okay, until Mercury goes direct 3 weeks later. It's never, I don't want you to think that you're limited, like you can't do these things. It's better if you wait, if you can. Things may change with that contract, but either way, like Mercury going into retrograde, that's going to be your 8th house, okay? So it is going to be a lot of things. I think for it's tax week, isn't it? If you're in the U.S. Or we just came out of it, but the 8th house also rules other people's money, all right? Okay, Libra, so think in terms of inheritance, think in terms of like bonuses, commissions, maybe even your partner, okay? Gets a big raise or something happens, there's some activity with their, salary, all right? Because this is all relating to that retrograde where we reassess things, we rethink things, we reevaluate. Now this eclipse, I want you to think of it as just like a refresh, okay? Think of it as like a refresh or like a reboot. But even still, Libra, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. There is going to possibly also be, you're possibly also looking at your chart, a lot of sex, okay? A lot of sex activity. If that's what you need to hear, there you go. There it is, okay? And it's there because you are hitting those two planets of sex, the 8th house and the 5th house of pleasure. Pluto went into Aquarius in your sign in the 5th house. Listen, so let's go ahead and get started, Libra. Let's see what's going on for you for April 17th to the 23rd, the big week of eclipses, the big eclipse week. Okay, so Libra, like I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Really does give the best overview, in my opinion. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Libra, I want you to know I love you. You're amazing. You're awesome. You are, everybody loves Libras. Y'all are so balanced. And I've always said in my readings, there are so out of all the signs, there are more Libras on this planet than any other sign. All right, you do the math, but y'all are known for balance. You bring that balance, right? And there's always been some amazing Libras out there who have really had an impact. Confucius was a Libra. Let's go ahead and get started for this week. Wow. Yeah, okay. Let's get started. This is going to be a big week for you. You got the Queen of Pentacles, all right? So the Queen of Pentacles came up in your past. I love we all love the Queen of Pentacles. This is all about having the resources, right? She is the richest queen. So when your world, you should be having, you're in a place where you're not only taking care of others in terms of resources, right? Maybe taking care of others, wanting to take care of others, but also taking care of yourself. She is the richest queen. You can see that there's a lot of abundance around her, okay? Very Capricorn energy. She's very practical, okay? Very pragmatic, all right? You even see the sea goat in her throne here for Capricorn, but you also see the little bunny rabbit here. And what I love about this card is that it's the card that looks like it's been torn out of the pages of a fairy tale, all right? And what is fairy tale? It's world building, all right? So there's a sense of you coming into this place where you're building the world that you want for yourself, and you're acknowledging that, and I really love that for you, okay? It's really, and again, having those resources too. A lot of y'all are thinking about the resources that you need, the resources that you've just gotten, the resources you've received, all right? Because when we think of money and pentacles, it is money and wealth, but also remember, they're earthbound, okay? So our physical reality. So I really love that. You did get the Four of Cups in the heart of your spread. All right. So this is a big week to understand. There may be some things that happen this week that you may not be completely happy with. All right. But it's more like a test. The universe is testing you. Okay. And what it's saying is like, have that gratitude, all right? Have that gratitude. Gratitude raises your energy levels. It fuels the positive energies of this universe. Now, I'm not saying you don't have gratitude, okay? I'm not saying that at all. When this card comes up in the heart of your spread with the Four of Wands, challenging it, just focus on that, because it's saying something could happen this week that you might just be like bored with, you might not be satisfied with, but once you have that gratitude, everything comes through, okay? One thing I'm going to point out, you see the Hand of Spirit offering that cup. He already has 3 cups. He already has 3 cups with him. That cup that the Hand of Spirit is offering is at eye level. He can see it. This isn't an illusion, all right? He can see it, but his arms are crossed off. He's crossing off his heart, okay? So it really is tapping within and having that gratitude and appreciating everything that you have in your life. Even if something happens, let's say you apply for a job and you don't get that job, don't take a baseball bat and beat everything up in your apartment, right? Or your house. Just have that gratitude, saying, I worked really hard to get this job. I went through all these interviews. I didn't get it. That's fine. It wasn't meant for me. I know there's something better out there, okay? And having that gratitude is really important. Looking at the rest of your spread, that's why I'm like harping on this, is it really is. It's once you have it, once you raise your energy levels, and I talk about it all the time. We're all made of energy, okay? The higher your frequency, right? The more that you attract. Even Albert Einstein himself said it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality, okay? So know that this week there may be a sense of you just not something coming through that you may not even like, and for some Libras, but there's also a sense of not like really like embracing it or appreciating it. So keep that in mind. Eclipses are game changers, okay? Eclipses are game changers, big time, all right? So there could be, and Uranus is at play, all right, on that same day. Secondly, Pluto is at play too. Now, here's the thing about the eclipse. There's a lot of great aspects happening on the day of the eclipse. Pluto is squaring, right? The eclipse. So there could be some sort of power struggle with someone else as well around this time this week. But remember, there are more positive aspects that outweigh that. All right. Now, here's the other thing. You got the Four of Wands, but you got the Four of Wands in your challenge area. All right. So there could be a sense of, and this is a card of joy, it's a card of celebration, and there could be a sense of something happening this week where just something doesn't work out. Again, if it doesn't work out, just have that gratitude, okay? Because it came in your challenge area, and it could have to do with a relationship. It could have to do with a partnership, all right? Again, whether love or career, okay? Or even like with a friend, that energy is there. Now, you can see this is a card of, joy, celebration, but it's like milestone energy, like getting married, getting proposed to or whatever. So if there's something that happens this week, work on it, okay? It's a good time to work on it. And, some things get eclipsed out of our lives, all right, when eclipses happen, and they're meant to happen. Eclipses, again, are game changers. So if there is something that happens this week, just don't let it lower your energy levels, okay? Because look, you got temperance in your crown, and that's great. Temperance is all about, it's all about moderation. It's all about that self-restraint. That's a literal like definition for temperance, right? And so this is really you just wanting to enjoy this moment, not taking things to like extremes. There's a lot of balance in this card, and obviously you're known as balance, right? And so you can see that with her, 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the ground. You can see there's a lot happening here, but just know that you have this archangel in your crown. So I really love that for you, okay? This, again, it's really about having that patience for to see things through and for things to come, okay? Again, if something doesn't happen the way that you want it to, or there's something that you want that doesn't come right away, just have that patience and have that gratitude, okay? Because you did get the Eight of Pentacles, all right, and the root of your spread, all right? So this is actually really great, and I love that you did get that, all right? Because it's saying that you have really worked hard investing in something, all right? There's something that you have invested in that you've been working hard toward, and you still want to keep going at it, all right? So whatever happens this week, there could be a hiccup, there could be something that just really affects you emotionally, but, at the same time, I want you to really think about it, instead of like being reactive. Be a little bit like cerebral, okay? And the only reason I say that is because you didn't get any swords, right? You didn't get any swords in your spread, and that's the mental suit, okay? And it is the air, and you are an air sign, so it represents the air. So there's going to be something a little bit off where you feel like it would be good for you to sit there and analyze it. And remember, with Mercury retrograde, it's always a good time to reassess things, reevaluate things, rethink things. But here's the great news, is that look in your future, you'll be fine. You got the sun. All right. It's been a while. It's been a while, hasn't it, Libra? You got the sun in your future. So as long as you have that patience and that gratitude, if there's something that happens this week where just like, right, where it makes you feel a little like unsatisfied, or maybe even like bored with something, like, again, the energy of like you wanting something so bad and working for it, and there's nothing that shows up this week, have that patience, because boom, you got the sun in your future. The sun is the most powerful symbol in tarot. It is the most powerful thing in the world. We're alive because of the sun. Our solar system exists because of the sun. And if you really want to go there, Libra, if you really want to go there, the sun, listen, we know there are billions of galaxies out there, right? They're all made of star systems and star clusters, a lot of them being binary like star systems, which is adorable, right? We are a solar system, okay? We have a sun. We are an anomaly. The sun's an anomaly. Now, what does that mean? It's just really special. It's very special, okay? And this is in your future. You can see the naked child on the white horse with a red banner. I mean, this is optimism. This is victory. This is purity. This is having that sense of freedom. Things are going to be good, all right? The sun shines all that light into the dark shadows of your life. Like, you are going to be fine. Just have that patience. And again, if something happens this week where you're just like the Four of Cups, just have that gratitude. Keep your energy levels high. All right, Libra. Now let's get to your stuff, Libra. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like and leave comments. I love hearing from y'all. And if you're new to my channel, it'd be great if you subscribe. All of this stuff really helps the algorithm. If you are a subscriber, I really appreciate you. I'm so grateful. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. It really does make my day. Now, let's get to your stuff. Okay, so you see this, right? You see this. You've got all major arcanas and one court card. So let's get to it. Wow. This is big. This is going to be a big week for you, Libra. This is going to be a big week for you. Remember earlier I said, trust your intuition, tap within, okay? Go into your intuition. Listen, it's all, the high priestess is intuition, okay? She is the guardian of the subconscious. And like, what I love about this is that it looks like you are looking for that. You really are on this path. One great thing that's happening right now is Venus in Gemini, which is in your 9th house of spirituality, right? Your belief system, and it's just it's a great placement. But listen, when she comes out, she's coming out to say, trust your instincts. Go inside. That's where you're going to find all the answers you need. Okay? So go within. And then your intuition up here, your pineal gland, right? Remember, you got no swords here. So I really want you to just get up in here, especially with temperance. Remember, you got temperance in your crown, right? Think of the crown chakra, but also you see the sun on the archangel's forehead, all right? Right there in your pineal gland. All right, so really tap into just go within, have that intuition, tap into your intuition, and really use it to empower yourself. When you are connected with your intuition, your intuitive side, when you know who you are, like when you can trust your decisions you make, I mean, you'll be fine. You'll be great. Boom, you got the Queen of Cups, okay? I love this. Your external factors area. Looks like there's someone on your side, okay? Big message coming through for a lot of y'all is like spirit guide energy. So there could be someone that's taking care of you, and you may know who that person is, so that's really great. But the other thing is their Queen of Cups is, she leads with her heart, okay? And she is so intuitive. She's so psychic. Queens are water, okay? Cups are water. She's Cancer, all right? Cancer is very intuitive, very, loving. And you can see her feet even in the water here, okay? So all that emotion, all that love, she's in touch with that side, but, even self-love. But there could also be someone in your physical world that is, and this is just feminine energy. It can be a man, it can be anyone, right? That really kind of just helps you through this week. And again, it could be like a partner, all right? Like a really big partnership energy. But the fact that you did get, the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups, a lot of intuition energy here. I love it. Okay, but it's going to help you because you got the Devil here. You got the Devil. Where it falls in your stuff, in your spread, it's really just saying there's something that you really need to let go of, okay? And it might be happening this week. There could be something that is not serving you well, all right? Now, the Devil is, it represents everything that you think the Devil would represent, all right? Vices, addictions, bad behaviors. Sometimes, like, I even, with your, what's happening astrologically and with your spread here, it actually could be a partner. I'm not going to lie. There could be a partner that's involved, or, even a friend that that you have to maybe isn't good for you. But there also, remember how I said there's like a lot of sexual energy that's going on with your week? That's here too. So there could be like friends with benefit situation. I feel like you've had that. In one of your previous readings, but if listen, it could be like a situation where you are in a situation where it is like friends with benefits or whatnot, and you come to the realization this week that you're bored with it. It's not serving you well. It's something that you don't want anymore. You actually want like a real relationship. You actually want something more significant and substantial. But that's only gonna, if that resonates with you, that resonates with you. The biggest message is just letting go of something, okay? Letting go of something and not falling into this trap of the devil, all right? Not falling into this trap of the devil and overcoming it, okay? And, again, addictions, the most cliche are drugs and alcohol, all right, that is associated with addictions. Now, I want you to know one thing here, because this is really just because of your spread here. You should know that, I talk about trauma sometimes, especially if my guides urge me to. And this is one where I want you to know that trauma doesn't happen to us, it happens inside us, okay? And a lot of it's based on behavioral patterns based like all the way back to childhood, right? And so and I say that because there's two fundaments, right? When we're born, right? And it's attachment, okay, is one of them, and then authenticity. Now when you are doing something that is like an addiction or whatnot, you have that attachment, but you lose your authenticity, okay? And so with drugs and alcohol, here's a great example. It's why people go to rehab, to rediscover themselves, to find their authenticity, to do all that, right? So there is just, just because of your spread, I think it is, it's just really important for you to know that, especially because, temperance comes right before the devil, and you have some really big powerful cards here. So this is going to be a week where you may want to decide on a certain thing that you may need to let go, okay? You may need to let something go because it's not serving you well. Now, you got Judgment in your final outcome. So, wow, this is a very when I say you're about to go through a transformational period, you're about to go through a transformational period for real. It is, there's 22 paths in the Tree of Life, and there's 22 major arcanas. Now we're almost close to the end. This is right before the World card, okay? The end of the journey. Now listen, here's the thing about the Judgment card. You can see Archangel Gabriel blowing the trumpet here. You can see the dead arising, the dead. Gray and tarot wisdom. But listen, that blow of the trumpet is healing, okay? That blow of the trumpet is raising your frequency. Remember, I talked about energy, okay? So I think that you're going to be fine because you have the sun in your future now in your final outcome. Now, what's happening here is the dead arising because they hear the blow of the trumpet, all right? And now they're looking for that meaningful experience, okay? The meaningful life that they're calling, all right? And so this is a spiritual awakening is what it is. This is having that aha moment. This is having that moment of clarity, all right? Knowing who you are. Really, again, it's really raising your vibration levels. This trumpet being blown, of course, figuratively, right? Hearing the blow of the trumpet. But some of y'all may have some sort of spiritual experience this week, and I know spiritual means so many things. So what does it mean for you, right? What does it mean for you? Ask yourself what that means for you, because it's really big here. You got the High Priestess, okay? You've got the Queen of Cups, all right? You got the Devil, and now you've got the Judgment, all in your staff. Libra, this is going to be a big week, okay? But it looks like you are. I mean, remember, don't forget, you have the sun in your future. So everything's going to work out. You just have to make a decision. You have to, some things that are not serving you well, think about what those are. And think about moving forward from it, okay? There could be something that is just not your, there's a reason why your arms are crossed like this for this week, okay? And again, I want you to really spend time up here thinking about it, all right? Thinking about what it is. Again, you have no swords, not even in your no swords, okay? And that is you. That swords are the mental suit, right? So judgment in your final outcome is really big, all right? And it really is having that moment of clarity, really being just that intuition. Tap into your intuition. You will be fine. You have the sun in your future. Raise your energy levels, all right? Raise it, because like I said, you match the frequency of the reality you want. You cannot help but get that reality. Here's our affirmation, okay? So, Libra, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, this is going to be a big week with that eclipse, with the sun moving into Taurus, with Mercury going retrograde. Have some time to think about things, to process things this week in terms of what is going to bring you enlightenment, okay? What's going to make you happy, all right? And again, a lot of it could have to do with partnerships, all right? But then for, and also, if you're not here for partnerships, it can be, listen, the cups, this is cups, so what's going to fulfill you emotionally? So it can be career, it can be work, it can be family. There's what resonates with you, okay? What resonates with you. But Libra, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.